Welcome to another episode of the Bama Beat. I'm your host KJ, and I want to apologize to everybody on YouTube because I didn't do a video after the South Carolina game. A little life update: I got invited to a TikTok creator summit in New York, so I had to leave right after the game last Saturday. So my apologies. So at the beginning of this video, I'm going to break down, what happened, and we'll move on to talking about LSU. But to start off, I gotta tell y'all I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I told y'all that I thought this South Carolina game was going to be the game where Ty Simpson, the offensive line, the receivers have their best game. They gonna get to the third quarter and learn how to finish a game. All of that was wrong. Now I do want to say this was my favorite game throughout the entire season, but I gotta tell y'all I was wrong. I said if I was wrong about that, I'll go ahead and tell y'all. So I'm telling y'all that might have been the worst offensive performance we had as a whole. Now they found a way to finish, like I said in the podcast, that they found a way to finish, but they just, when they get to the third quarter and certain parts of the game, they just act like they can't do nothing. So to go over that, the offense was just Ty Simpson wasn't himself like all the way. The offensive line, the receiver, like it just wasn't all clicking, and it was like that for a while. Then the third quarter, we went right out there and did exactly what we do. Not convert and go score a touchdown, not get 3 points. That's exactly what we've been doing. So until this offense gets to the point where they can get a lead and then in the third quarter get the ball back and go put the game away early to where the other team doesn't get momentum, we haven't reached our peak yet. Until we can find ways to do it all four quarters, we have not reached our peak yet. And the best thing is, I feel like they can do that. I do feel like Alabama is going to hit their peak at some point. I hope it's after this bye week, everybody getting back healthy and things like that. So hopefully that work out. Now, if you was on my TikTok live, you will know how stressed out I was because everything just seemed to go wrong. When Jalen Mbakwe ran into that damn kick, I said, it's just all going wrong. All going wrong. We got to find a way. I want to give a special shout out to Kane Womack and that defense. Because week in and week out, no matter how good they play, how stout they are at the goal line and things like that, people find a way to say, I'm not proud of Kane Womack. I don't like this defense. I made a video talking about Kane Womack after the South Carolina game, and somebody said, it ain't the coordinator, it's the players. What the hell are we talking about? Why can't y'all give Kane Womack credit for anything? The defense is the reason why we was in the game. They had the pick six. They had the fumble at the end of the game. One of my favorite plays from the entire season is Tim Keenan tackling Lenore Sellers and Deontay Lawson getting the ball out. That set us up for success. That set us up to win the football game. You need games like that South Carolina game to test your team. Before when we played against Florida State, that Florida State game to right now, this team is night and day better. Night and day. It was not the best looking game on offense. It was a rugged game. You was their homecoming. Lenore Sellers, the offense, their defense, they all had energy, and we still found a way to win that football game. If you cannot be happy about that, you don't need to be watching Alabama football. If you can't be satisfied that even though how bad it looked, we found a way to win, you don't need to be watching Alabama football, man. Everybody finds something negative to say after every game, but it's never positive. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm not satisfied till we win the championship. Well, don't watch the game until we get to the championship game then, man. You have to enjoy this. I was on live. I said, this is what you ask for as a Bama fan. This is what you ask for as a Bama player, to get everybody's best. Everybody wants to beat Alabama, and I give a huge shout out to South Carolina. I said that we were going to beat the brakes off them. We didn't. The offense, the defense, the fans, everybody came to play. Everybody. And that's why I love the fact that we won this game so much, because it was tight. It didn't look good at all. That Florida State game, it wasn't looking good. And what did we do? We lost that game. This South Carolina game, we found a way to win. That was an unranked opponent. This was an unranked opponent, and they found a way to win. So, like I said, I love the fact that the defense did what they did. They came out there to play. Tim Keenan, Lawson, leaders, veterans on the team, find a way to get a turnover and lead this team to victory. Bernard, can't say enough about Bernard. Let me look at the stats again. Ron Williams had 7 receptions for 72 yards. I love the fact Daniel Hill is in the game. I keep telling y'all that every week. I love seeing Daniel Hill out there. I love it. I absolutely love it. Daniel Hill is the player I want, especially when the offensive line not getting any, push as far as run game. He 240 pounds. He gonna find a way to get 2-3 yards. He gonna find a way to run his way into 4 or 5 yards or a broken tackle. That's what we need. If the offensive line not getting no push, put a 240-pound guy behind all of them that's 300 pounds. Add 240 to that and push. Run through them. That's what you do. And I love Daniel Hill out there. Lazia Brooks didn't play, and Isaiah Horton got hurt in the game. Those two players, Lazia Brooks was sick, and Isaiah Horton got hurt. And both of those players are expected to be back when it comes to next week against LSU. Now, heading into LSU, we are playing against a team that has a new head coach, like a interim, somebody that was within the staff, not a head coach. New, everything gonna look new. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing. See, I look at it like this. When it comes to LSU and Alabama right now, you have a team that has nothing to lose. So they either gonna come out with all the energy in the world, or they're gonna come out with energy. No, they either gonna come out with all the energy in the world and fight every single play, or they're gonna come out with energy and you do what you need to do, and they lay down and be like, well, it's over with. It's only 2 ways they're gonna play it. But I do think they come out with energy from the start, whether they play all the way through or they give up at some point. They gonna come out there with energy. What you need to do is put the game away. Another opportunity for Alabama. It's LSU, man. I look at teams like LSU and Auburn and certain teams where it don't matter what the record is, how they've been looking, anything like that. When they come to play Bama, they coming to win. No matter who the quarterback, the coach, the assistant, it does not matter. Brian Kelly is gone, but that team is going to want to be Alabama is ranked a top 5 team. A top 5 team. They want to end your season just like their season is almost over as far as trying to get to the playoffs. Their season is over. They want to do the same thing to you. So I don't think they just going to lay down. I think they come in there with energy. I really do. And I hope during this bye week we found a way to just see what we can do, because we can finish games. Offensive-wise, we can finish games. Just like we just saw when we needed a drive. Cuevas, Bernard. You know what I'm saying? These guys we have the clutch gene to finish the game. It's just like, why do we put the stress on ourselves so much to where we have to do that? Now, Ryan Grubb gonna call great plays. He gonna call the pass back to Ty Simpson, and then he gonna call it where Ty Simpson fake it and throw it to Cuevas. Like, we gonna find a way to finish the game. It's just like, damn, why can't we just put it away at a certain point? And I can't wait for us to do that. But like I said, they go stress us out. They keep stressing us out. But I love this team, man. I love the fight they put in. I love the way the outside noise does not bother them. The way they started this season and where they at right now, everything is in front of them. All you have to do is keep winning football games. Get you a bye week. Keep winning football games, and you don't have to worry about another team losing or another team losing a game for us to get into the playoffs. No, you keep winning, you guaranteed to be in the playoffs. Just keep winning football games. That South Carolina game was my favorite game of the season because of how it looked and the way we finished. That showed fight. That showed the moment wasn't too big for us, man. Those close games matter. Like I said, all these games matter. And a lot of people feel like, well, we just look bad. I find it positive. Of course, we want the team to play better. Of course, we want the offense to play better. But the fact that they finished that same way they didn't finish against Florida State, they finished against South Carolina. They found a way. And South Carolina, I said, they not a bad football team. They started the season ranked. They lost some close games and stuff like that. They have players on that team. Lenore Sellers is an amazing football player because he can run the football like a running back. And then he touching the ball every single play. So he can make plays every play. And he was making a play to try to get them to win a football game, and we found a way to take the ball from them and go down there and score a touchdown and win a football game, man. I love that. I love it. Ty Simpson, I still feel like is the Heisman front runner. I feel like if he keep winning football games, he win all the games the rest of the year. The LSU, Oklahoma, Eastern Illinois, I think, and Auburn, he the Heisman winner. I really do feel like that, and I feel like everything is in front of the team. They don't want to see Kalen DeBoer hoist up a trophy in his second year. They don't want to see that. They talked about Kalen DeBoer. Brian Kelly is who they thought Kalen DeBoer was going to be. Brian Kelly is who they thought Kalen DeBoer was going to be. All these coaches getting fired. You would have thought after the first game of the season that Kalen DeBoer would have been a first head coach fired. Not James Franklin, not Brian Kelly, Kalen DeBoer. And look at Kalen DeBoer right now. So Alabama fans, be happy that you got a coach that can bounce back. Be happy that you got a coach to where they went and got him and he was the person for the job. Be happy you went and got a coach that doesn't listen to half of y'all talking. And the boosters and all these people that was upset. I bet you they not upset right now. And we still got Alabama fans out here right now that's on the fence, waiting for something bad to happen so they can say, I told you, he not Nick Saban and all that. Those type of fans, stay over there. Just stay over there, man. For the people that get happy for us winning football games, people that get happy to see this team grow, for people to get happy to, trust the process and go through the moment, shout out to y'all, man. We all on the same team. So, LSU coming up. Like I said, I apologize, y'all. I went to the TikTok Creator Summit. I had to leave right after the game. But we're gonna see. We got LSU coming up. I just got done watching the Vanderbilt game where they lost to Texas, and then Miami just lost to SMU. So a lot of stuff gonna happen, man. It is far from over. You got teams that's ranked in the top 10 that's not gonna be there. You got teams that's ranked in the top 15 that might end up in the top 12. You never know. It is going to get crazy. It's November 1st. It is time. So roll tide, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for the subscribers. Thank you for the watch time. Thank you for all that. Make sure you keep liking the video, sharing the video, commenting, all that great stuff. I appreciate y'all, man. Roll tide.